Not the CEO going out with a bang. Hi my loves, Dre Maleta girl from around the way. We have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with my wig. I'm sorry, me and my wig are coming to you all with a, I want to say South Central Baddies, but it's South Central Playboys. This is the season finale. Like, let's give it up, y'all. We done seen it through. I don't know how many Now That's TV shows I done reviewed but didn't finish to the end, because I know Barbie Wants Best is one of those shows. I mean, who did she end up picking? Is she still with him or what? That show was long as hell. Y'all, if you are new here, make sure you like and subscribe, because it helps on the YouTube algorithm, and it also helps me get to where we need to go. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. We just hop into the reviews over here because that's what we do. But girl, I need something, because I'm winded. I need my asthma inhaler. The new boy is just, you know, in distress. He don't know what's going on. He's like, wow, you got a weapon? Y'all got weapons? Like, that's crazy. And Ken is like, yeah, and I'm gonna give it up like that every time. I don't care. That's what we do from where I'm from. I don't even care. Ken is, you know, he's obviously living right now. Everybody walking around like, you hit him with something? You hit him with something? You hit him with something? Like, y'all acting like y'all got top flight security in the world, Craig. Y'all know y'all in there beating each other, boxing each other down with box cutters and everything else. Like, yeah, he hit him with something. He don't with his fist, but he had a ring on his fist. Like, Pharaoh in the other room, like, he popping. He like, I done got into 15 fights in 3 days. I'm like, wow, 3 days. All of this content in 3 days, girl. I'm trying to tell y'all, get a budget, get a group of friends. Y'all can really, like, really do something, okay? You know what I'm saying? I mean, better do the little streaming service, but members only, something, something, something. Girl, figure it out and fast, because 3 days and all of this. And it could be positive. It don't gotta be crazy. It could be something like that you really want to see. I just feel like, yeah, I like that. It's somewhere floating in the ethers for me somewhere. Somehow. I don't know. Somehow, some way. Pharaoh's still popping in. It's 8 different, because I had to fight. Zell is just like, yeah, y'all need to be getting at the front. Zell messy for that, because Zell was definitely puppet master. Like, he was definitely doing a lot. Cash come back into that little gym area, so he like, yeah, so what's up with the friend? So he talking to Pharaoh like, so you want to fight? Pharaoh like, my hand is busted, my eye is gashed out, I have no more edges, like, I'm not fighting. And the friend is just like, yeah, well, I'm not fighting. Like, I didn't come here to fight. He was like, oh, well, didn't you come to the club with us? You were talking about fighting. He was like, yeah, I was just trying to figure it out. Like, I never said I wanted to fight. Now, listen to this. The friend, he representing the home team for me. You get what I'm saying? I'm about 20, 30, 40 minutes outside Camden. You represent the home team, and you give it up like that, brother. Child, he must be from Kramer Hill or something. I'm not understanding. Ash is still trying to get at the front. So yeah, you said, you was like, yeah, we was at the club and everything was cool, right? And he was like, yeah, we was at the club and everything was cool. He was like, yeah, but if I said something at the club, I'm standing on what I said. And what about it? And what about it? And the friend is still clearly like, no, I don't want to fight. And here's the thing. You came onto the show. You came onto the platform knowing how they give it up. You feel what I'm saying? So like, that was your opportunity to do your big one. Win, lose, or draw. Like, you went on to a show that's based on toxicity and fighting, and you chose to play peacemaker. You chose to play like you were so oblivious. I guess he realized that once the girls got in there and was really kind of fighting, he was just like, girl, this ain't my type of fight. Which I get. I understand, girl, because what Blueface say, I'm a mouse in the house. So I understand. But why put yourself out there like that then? You know, like, I'm not about to go into no cooking show and I don't cook. You feel me? Like, that's not even making sense to me. So once he find out that Cashy, this is Cashy, y'all. Once Cashy find out that the friend don't want to fight, he tries to attack Pharaoh. And Pharaoh again, okay, they say I'm hopeless. Okay, with a penny and a hole in it. He don't got nothing to lose. He just out here just trying to survive. You know what I mean? Trying to have him in a little moment without him getting beat up and bashed up. Cashy takes this opportunity to kind of pounce on that ass, and it was just kind of ugly to watch. I hate that for Pharaoh. I hate that for Cashy even, because it's like, you were already corny. Now you're even cornier, like, honestly, truly. And Pharaoh did his big one. They were so pressed on Pharaoh, like, the whole time. Pharaoh was really just like, really just taking him. If he don't win that money, he need to get a little couple of extra dollars, put a little GoFundMe on, drop the Cash App in the something, because God, like for real, he really was carrying. Just based on how many times somebody tried to, you know, try him. As she's getting escorted out, he starts saying all of these terrible slurs, looking like Ebola, African booty scratcher. Like, really, bro? African booty scratcher? Is this the fucking 1990s? Like, I just can't with the anti-blackness and xenophobia. Y'all know that's not who I am, girl. I love us for real. I can't, every time that I hear it, I'm gonna speak on it, because really, at this big age in 2023, you're talking about African booty scratcher? Girl, be fucking for real. So Cashy walks away with, you know, saying all of his slurs. Pharaoh is still in his area. He's still popping it, because he's just like, you know, da, 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 and yeah, y'all still pressing me, and which they are. Like, it's other people in the house. Why y'all still so pressed on me? You get what I'm saying? I'm hurt, I'm fucked up, I keep fighting, and then y'all really drag me, and I just feel like ain't nobody push him to the limit to get him out the house. They only got into one fight. Best friend or not, close friend or not, they only got into one fight and went home and came back with mace. You get what I'm saying? Like, Pharaoh is still standing as far as I'm concerned, okay? I'm still here, okay, Tisha Campbell. Then Pharaoh comes back in and then attacks Pharaoh again. Pharaoh can't even fight. At this point, I'm just like, it's abusive. I don't even want to see it. It's ugly. Like, I don't even want to see it. It's just too much. Then everybody comes in and was just trying to get the friend to go home. He's like, so what are you here for? So you don't even need to be here. You don't even want to fight. Like, what are you here for? You're the friend that they brought in, but you want to fight. You get what I'm saying? He's like, I'm not gonna let anybody put a battery in my back. This and a third. Then turned into, well, my friend is going. So Pharaoh just got nervous. Pharaoh got very nervous, because like, everybody's around me and y'all want to fight me. And I just feel like security was just not doing a good job of protecting him. And that's what they're getting paid for. You get what I'm saying? We've already seen security kind of lose it. So obviously, girl, that's a whole nother thing. I don't even want to say too much, because they be playing with me on Now That's TV. They be manually checking for my videos. Like, copyright, girl. Anyway, let me move on. So everybody's around, you know, trying to talk to Cashy, trying to talk to Pharaoh, trying to talk to the new boy, and they're like, what are you here for? What are you here for? So Dre comes in and was just like, he's trying to explain, and Pharaoh wasn't hearing it. He was like, wait a minute, sweetheart, wait, just sweetheart. It was a sweetheart for me. And then the friend is just like, oh, well, at the end of the day, if my friend is leaving, I'm leaving too, da, 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 da. But I'm like, okay, so if that even makes sense, then if your friend is fighting, then you should be fighting too. If it's my friend is leaving, then I'm leaving too, then also it should be, if my friend is fighting, I'm fighting too. I mean, like, if that's how your math is going to be mathing, then in your way of mathing math, that's what it means. Like, what? Girl, after that, we don't even know what's really happening. Or maybe we did leave, because I didn't see Pharaoh at the end of it, which is corny. We are doing some therapy sessions, what seems to be the new running theme over at Now That's TV. Producers, girl, that is what the new thing is. We're going to just sit them down and have a one-on-one therapy type of session. You do realize that they're literally doing the same thing on each and every show. Physical challenges, let them fight, get them drunk, be exploitative, physical challenges, therapy session. Like, girl, I am popping it today. I'm just saying, like, switch it up. Y'all need some help, y'all can shoot me. Cashy sits down with Zell. He says that he struggled with his sexuality because my dad was that nigga at the end of the day. And I didn't want to, you know, upset my family and make him get ridiculed and da 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 da. Zell related, he was just like, you know, my father was, you know, in a similar position. And ultimately, I was an All-American football player. They didn't expect that from me, you know, and da, 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 da. He was like, I know you outside, you know, on Bigo, but you know, you seem cool here. It was a cute bop. It was a moment. C comes on. He's talking about he used to be a gangbanger. I can't tell. But then again, you know, these gangbangers, they recruit 12, 13-year-olds. You know, who knows? Girl, excuse the nasal. It's woof. Yeah, so he said he was gangbanging. He said he was the oldest of 5 siblings. He went to jail, but it wasn't for gangbanging. It was for boosting. Even that just sounds a little flamboyant. I mean, I'm just saying. Not even carjacking or boosting. Anyway, let me move on. We sit down with Maul. He says he's from Philly. You know, his area really shaped him. He has a 7-year-old son, so he's trying to do things differently. And he was like, Zell said that the person who he, you know, really stood out to him. Maul really stood out to him because like everybody's Instagram profile, he just had pictures of him fighting. He just really seemed like, you know, whatever. But when Zell was, you know, at the end of the episode, y'all ain't even peep. I want y'all to peep if y'all ain't watching yet. Y'all watch the review first. Zell Swag had his hand all over Maul. Maul was just kind of like looking. When Zell moved his hand, he kind of like touched his arm. It was giving weird energy. I don't know, not weird energy, but energy. Okay, check it out. When y'all, if y'all haven't watched it, during the part where Isaiah started talking about how they said his breath stink, yeah, watch that part, because Zell was kind of like laughing and he had his hand on Maul. But long story short, he was just like, you know, this is you came, you did your big one, you know, you're one of the fan favorites in the house, blah, blah, blah. And I think Maul is a favorite. I like the way he carried himself. He didn't really do too much boo boo bop. When he did, it was cute, and his confessionals were cute. I think that's what they're looking for. People who can give them sound bites, people who can carry the episode with these filler confessionals that they like to do. Yeah. Then we see Papa. He said he was the youngest and he didn't have any issues with coming out. He was cool, you know, my chocolate was lit. You know, yin and yang. I was talking, he said he was from New York. I'm like, oh my God, poor Ant, he still got that little slash, a little scratch mark. You know, these light skins, they be all bruising, all easy and whatever. So he just sitting there talking, like, you know, I'm from New York, I already know how I'm giving it up. Whatever case, my dad really wasn't in my life. My mom really held me down. She was a single mom. I have to do what I have to do. You know, you don't really know, like, learn how to do certain things like shave. My mom can only teach me so much. He mentioned how, you know, he got into foster care because his dad was supposed to come pick him up and he never did. And, you know, that set him into being into the system for 7 years, which is traumatic to any kid. He also said that because he was Hispanic, that they tried to place him with Spanish speaking families, you know, because that was his heritage. But he grew up with his mother, who was Black and Spanish, who didn't really speak Spanish. And it really caused him to be a target and even further outcasted in these placements, you know, because they had him in these Spanish speaking placements, and he was obviously an outsider because he was a foster kid. And then on top of that, you don't speak the language. And then on top of that, you Black, you know what I mean? You Black a little bit. And I hate that, like, we like to tiptoe around how some Hispanic people are racist as hell, regardless if they are Taino, Black, and, you know, Spanish or Spaniards or whatever. Like, these people be darker than me and hate Black people, period, point blank. Like, let's start calling the thing a thing. And I think that that's interesting. Like, I never really thought about how kids get placed in certain families because of their background, but if it's really not their background, it was just an assumption that the state had made, or these state workers. That's interesting. That's something I can kind of think about later on down the line. But, you know, moving right along. Comes on, and one thing about Matt, he recognized that this was an opportunity for him to connect. And he did that. You know, he did just that. He didn't blow it off like, oh yeah, this is some corny shit, I'm not about to give it up, what to be hard, tough. You know, he let us in on enough to make us really kind of relate to him, and I appreciate that. Mac is good for TV. Mac is good peoples. He says that he's, you know, his mama had 10 kids. You know, he has to be the one to get up and get it. Everybody's looking at him. Basically, he's like the strong friend, but instead of being a strong friend, he's a sibling. He got a son and a daughter. He want to do things differently because he had to show up in this physical way in this world. He wants to show up in a financial way, and I love that. Dre comes on, and Dre is from Baltimore. I never knew that. I kind of like him a little bit more than that. So Dre talks about how he grew up, you know, trying to really fit in because his mom, you know, struggled with substance abuse issues, and, you know, he was already a bigger kid, so that already made him a target. But then when, you know, you have substance abuse, you're even a bigger target and everything like this. So, you know, Dre was cute. He seems like a big personality on Bigo, which is like, a lot of people are on Bigo. Is that like where the girls go? I don't get it. I need to figure it out. If y'all on Bigo, drop in the comments, what is it giving? Then we see the people feeding the homeless. I was about to see the kids. Then we see the kids feed the homeless, okay? And it seemed like a really genuine moment. The guys seemed like they really enjoyed it. A lot of them seemed like they came from situations that would make them appreciate just giving back in this way. Then we seen like this little homeless person. They were talking about Isaiah, and said Isaiah looked like a dyke or something like that. You look like a bulldog or whatever she said. And Moa was kind of laughing about it. It was funny. You know, they got a couple of chuckles, and he out there trying to, you know, get out trays and you know, entrees or whatever, and you getting read by a crackhead. And one thing for sure, like if you ever grew up in the hood, you already know, like a crackhead be quick on their toes sometimes. They be like quick and with it, you know what I mean? If you ain't ever get read by a crackhead, you don't know, because sometimes they can hurt your feelings. Because the most you can really say about a crackhead or a home service is, bitch, you homeless or you on crack. But that's obvious. You get what I'm saying? And most times they done came from a different walk of life. They can really get you together, especially if you out here wilding. Then they do a physical challenge. I don't keep up with the physical challenges because I don't know what they be talking about. The audio is bad. The camera is shaky. The rules are unclear. Okay? I don't know. I skip it. All I know is Papa Teams won. I'm not even surprised just that he was the youngest, so it was a physical challenge. Just as should have won. And whatever. So then they have a party. This is like, you know, our going out with a bang party. I like that they had the little, you know, cups was, you know, color coded, you know, based on your preferences and everything like that. I like that because it's cohesion. We seen, you know, how Bad Boys the first season was so weird, because if you gay, you over here, if you da da da, you over here, and like how everything was moving with that. I just think it was cohesive. We seen some of the South Central baddies showed up. We seen Barbie, we seen E.T., we seen Persuasion, which anyway, so it seemed like the party was going up. It seemed like everybody was having a good time. Zell starts talking about, you know, we about to have a truth moment. We about to be a truth teller, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And he starts talking to Ken. And Ken was just like, yeah, well, you know, the truth of the matter is somebody said that somebody was musty. And he was like, I can't say who it is or whatever. And he was just like, no. He was like, I don't know who said who was musty, but I know somebody said somebody breath stink. So here goes Zell. So who was it? Was it Cash or was it the crew? So Zell is pretty much letting us know, like, you know, he be musty a little bit. Because why would you just say Cash or the crew? You ain't say nobody else in the cast. You said Cash or the crew. Zell, we see. So it's not really shown, but Isaiah in the next clip, we see Isaiah going, oh, he like, oh, who was saying that? Who, ha, ha, ha. Smell my breath, smell my breath, smell my breath right now. No, because at the end of the day, I gave you maggots. He said the word, girl. I gave you maggots a platform. Yeah, I said it, which is really telling, because I said that to myself, like if the homeless woman was calling him a dyke, right? He was mad about that, but they didn't show his reaction. Because I could see him talking cash money shit. I'm the CEO. I'm the boss of it all. Right? But they didn't show it. But in this moment, they calling out, they questioning his hygiene. Now he's mad. He's bumping fists. I'm like, oh, not Isaiah. Not Miss Boss 3256457. You get what I'm saying? Now you so upset because somebody said your breath stink. Like, oh my God, like really? Of all things, this is what's going to ruffle you like that? Which is so funny, like when you think about it. Because he's only like 18 or 19. How old is he again? 21, y'all. So like, he like, you know, like, yeah, I'm ready to fight one of you niggas over there. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to put my life on the line. Like, really, bro? You really about to do all that? Like, you supposed to be Mr. CEO. But I really feel like it's the combination of, old girl just checked you earlier in front of your staff, you know, in front of your crew. And they probably had a hee hee ha ha chuckle little key moment. And now everybody's circulating like, girl, you know, did you talk to, you know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. Maul comes over there, and he was in a confessional, like, yeah, he going around. I was just praying to God that no grown man put his breath in my face. He was literally like throwing his breath at people. In a circle. It was so unbelievable. He's going off, all my life, who said my breath stink? Like, bro, if you putting all this energy into this, like, good night. It's really just about the respect. Because he like, you know, I gave you niggas platforms. But like, here's the thing. What does one have to do with the other? If that's how you calculate your math, the math ain't mathing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then Zell, he was all kind of like laughing, he and ha ha and kiki. Zell probably won't be working with Isaiah again, because everybody who got eyes can see that Zell was in agreement. He wasn't playing though. Isaiah, his crack was out. Okay, he was sweating and all. I'm like, ooh, this got him upset. And then that's when he went over to Cash and was like, yeah, because they keep saying we musty. And Cash was like, who said I was musty? And what you call him was like, oh, Mac. And then Cash got right over there with Mac because who you this and third. And Mac, I'm not gonna lie, Mac, he was cool, he was cute, but once Cashy got him together real quick, we ain't had no more problems out of Mac with Cashy. That was all, that was it. And Mac talked all this year, and I'm from the streets and I'm about to go crazy, but he's not going crazy on Cashy at all. And Cashy was just like, yeah, I'm just saying on my mama, on that, and that's on my mama. Ain't nobody ever say I was musty. Ain't nobody ever say I was musty, girl. They is not. They is going up. This was cute. This is a cute little season finale. We want to see if the reunion ever comes out, girl. We want to see who even makes it 10K. I don't even think it's going to be a 10K. I really don't. Because, like, who won the 10K last time? Like, anyways, y'all, what y'all think about this? Girl, we finally finished. If you watch, I appreciate you. As always, I'm sending you much love, much light, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.